Our top story this evening, well, there was hate speech at a Mahapanchayat in Haryana, just 30 kilometers away from violence hit Nuh. There were open threats and also a call for picking up arms against a particular community. This Mahapanchayat was essentially organized for the completion of the VHP's Yatra that triggered the communal violence last week, in fact 2 weeks back. And now, after the Mahapanchayat, it's been decided that the Yatra will resume on the 28th of August, and the Hindu outfits have also demanded an NIA probe into the violence in Nuh. Take a look at this ground report. Hate speech at this Mahapanchayat in Haryana, right next to violence hit Nuh, despite a strong police presence and an undertaking from the organizers, a Hindu group, who said no hate speech would be permitted. Not only were threats given out at this Mahapanchayat in Haryana's Pawar, but many other provocative demands like giving arms licenses to one particular community in Nuh were also raised. All this despite being warned of not indulging in hate speech. Now these outfits have also demanded an NIA investigation into the violence in Nuh.
स्पीचेस को मॉनिटर किया गया था कि कुछ नेता थे यहाँ पे, उनका थोड़ा सा बहाव दूसरी जगह चला गया था, ऐसा मॉनिटर कुछ किया गया हो?
लेकिन जितना मैंने देखा, पूरा असेंबली में जितना मैंने सुना, बीच बीच में मैं इधर उधर और भी मूवमेंट कर रहा था, तो कुल मिला के दिस वाज वेरी पीसफुल और कोई ऐसा एक्सट्रीम कोई स्पीच किसी का नहीं नोटिस में आया अभी तक। ने अपनी जो एक लैंग्वेज थी उस पर बहुत कंट्रोल रखा।
The gathering was held 2 weeks after 6 people were killed in communal violence in Haryana's Nuh. It was planned by a Hindu group to discuss completing the Vishwa Hindu Parishad's religious march that was attacked last month, triggering a communal riot. The police denied permission for this meeting in Nuh, after which it was shifted to Pawar, 35 kilometers away. A similar gathering was also held earlier in Gurugram that also saw communal violence by the same organization, and calls for a boycott of Muslim traders were given from that Mahapanchayat. After the government intervened and promised tough action, some of those calls were withdrawn. And while these Mahapanchayats appear to go on with impunity, it took the intervention of the Punjab and Haryana High Court for the Haryana government to stop Uttar Pradesh-style bulldozer justice, where over 350 shanties and 50 cement structures were demolished over 4 days in Nuh. The Punjab and Haryana High Court had last Monday questioned if the bulldozer action was focused on a particular community under the guise of law and order problem. The Haryana government has denied that any particular community is being targeted. With camera person Sanjay Kaushik and Mukesh Singh Sengar, Vedant Agarwal for NDTV. And well, the other big political headline, Sharad Pawar has cleared the air as far as all the rumours about him joining the BJP are concerned. He says our ideologies do not match and there's no chance of the NCP joining hands with the BJP. On the question of his meetings with nephew Ajit Pawar, he said, well, it's no secret.
तुम्ही एकच आम्ही असो किंवा होतो किंवा खुदे हो, पण हे सगळे होताना भाजप ही विचारधारा आमच्या चौकशीत बसत.
And when in tragic news coming in just 24 hours, 18 people died at a government hospital near Mumbai in Thane. In fact, 10 women and 8 men died in this absolutely tragic incident. The government has ordered a probe and said that if there's any negligence found on the part of the hospital, action will be taken. Politics has also broken out over it, with Sharad Pawar attacking the government. The government says that Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has ordered a probe.
Various causes are seen like chronic kidney disease, paralysis stroke के 2 पेशेंट थे, chronic lung disease के 2 पेशेंट थे, ischemic heart disease के 2 पेशेंट थे, अल्सर रिलेटेड कॉम्प्लिकेशन, निमोनिया, रोड ट्रैफिक एक्सीडेंट का 1 पेशेंट था, केरोसिन पॉइजनिंग का 1 पेशेंट था, सेप्टिसिमिया, फीवर, इसके कुछ पेशेंट थे. इस बैकग्राउंड पे ये सारी चीजें जो है, जिसमें जो अनफॉर्चुनेट हमें यहाँ पे 18 डेथ्स रिपोर्ट हुए हैं, इसके बारे में सम्माननीय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय ने मुझसे संवाद करके इस इंसिडेंट्स की पूरा इंफॉर्मेशन ली है. उसके बाद उन्होंने कलेक्टर साहब से चर्चा की और स्टेट के जो सीनियर ऑफिशियल्स हैं उनसे भी चर्चा की. इस चर्चा के बाद इस पूरे मैटर का एक इम्पार्शियल इन्वेस्टिगेशन हो, जिसके जरिए वेरीफाई किया जाए कि जो ट्रीटमेंट दी गई वो ऑप्टिमम ट्रीटमेंट थी या नहीं।
Matter, and if they are natural deaths, then also what additionally could be done so that those people could also be saved. But beyond a certain point, if the illness goes beyond control, then it depends whether he could recover, depending on the patient, his resistant power also. So I am not a technical person to answer every question. So the committee will go into detail, because the number of death is more than the normal. It would be properly investigated, and if some negligence is found, those people will be punished.
And well, speaking on questions being raised on public health infrastructure, tragic news coming in from Uttar Pradesh. A woman delivered a stillborn baby on the road in Lucknow, in the posh Governor House area of Lucknow. In fact, visuals also show people holding a sheet to cover the woman. And what's more concerning is that it was because of an ambulance allegedly running late, because of which the woman had to deliver the baby on the road. It was a premature baby, and well, the government says that a probe has been ordered. Politics has broken out again over it, with Akhilesh Yadav and the opposition attacking the government.
प्रकरण के हमने जांच के आदेश दिए हैं। बच्चा चूँकि नवजात था, 4.5-5 माह का था, तो उसको उनके पिताजी के साथ करके हमने वैकुंठ धाम पे विधिवत ढंग से हिंदू रीति रिवाज के अनुसार उसको हमने अंतिम संस्कार करा दिया है, और माँ की हालत अच्छी है और इलाज चल रहा है, सेफ है।
And Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav hit out at the government, saying that one is the capital of Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow. On that, in front of the Raj Bhavan, due to non-availability of an ambulance, a pregnant woman had to give birth to a baby on the road. The chief minister would like to say something on this, or would say bulldozer is necessary for our BJP politics, not an ambulance for the public, is what Akhilesh Yadav had to say. And the other big headline, a new report by the Comptroller and Auditor General of India has revealed exorbitant increases in highway construction costs under the Bharatmala Pariyojana, which is the government flagship road project. The report says that while the sanctioned costs exceeded approved costs by 58%, even then only 38% of the target has been completed. Priyanshi has the details of the report.
There are some shocking revelations that the top government auditor, CAG, has made in the government's road development project, Bharatmala Pariyojana. The Comptroller and Auditor General of India has revealed exorbitant increases in highway construction costs under this project. In 2017, the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, or the CCEA, had approved a highway construction cost of 15.4 crore rupees per kilometer for 34,800 kilometers for the project's first phase. But in 2023, the ministry actually increased the cost to 32 crore rupees per kilometer for 26,316 kilometers, according to the report. So the highway length in kilometers fell, while the costs per kilometer actually doubled. Now, in total, the cabinet had approved a cost of 5.35 lakh crore rupees in 2017, but that has gone up 58% to 8.4 lakh crore rupees till 2023. And that's not it. The deadline for completion of these 34,000 kilometers was approved in 2017, and the deadline was 2022. But till 2023, only 39% of the highways under this project have been completed. Now, what led to the increase in cost? Let's understand that. The CAG report says that significant changes and richer specifications pushed costs up by around 10 crore rupees per kilometer of highways. Let's also understand with an example. The CAG report said that the Dwarka to Gurugram Expressway is developed at the very high cost. I'm quoting from the report, at a very high cost of 250.77 crore rupees per kilometer, as against the cabinet approved cost of 18.2 crore rupees per kilometer. The Ministry of Road Transport and Highways has said that the cost went up as 8 elevated lanes were built for smooth traffic movement. But the CAG report says that there's no justification for these 8 lanes for average daily traffic of 55,400 passenger vehicles when only 6 lanes were constructed for an average annual daily traffic of 2.33 lakh passenger vehicles. So 6 lanes for 2.33 lakh vehicles. So CAG says there's no justification for 8 lanes for a daily traffic of 55,400. Along with this, 1.57 lakh crore rupees were approved for other schemes were actually used for Bharatmala, and 78 projects that were approved in other schemes were shown as Bharatmala's achievements. And lapses are costing our money. The CAG report reveals that toll rules have been violated and road users like you and me have been charged around 154 crore rupees of undue toll taxes just in South India. This is not even the whole of the country. These taxes were charged on delayed projects and on bridges that were too old for any toll tax to be charged anyway. And that's not it. Along with the exorbitant prices, there were faults in awarding construction projects. The approval mechanism that was decided by the cabinet was not followed. In many cases, bidders were selected on the basis of falsified documents or based on faulty detailed project reports. In several cases, the successful bidders did not even fulfill the tender conditions. Additionally, implementing agencies were awarding projects without even ensuring availability of requisite land, resulting in delayed completion. Many of the Bharatmala Pariyojana projects also being implemented without environmental clearance in violation of the prescribed procedure. That's what the CAG found. Lastly, the CAG report says that safety consultants were not ensured at all stages of construction. So these lapses that the CAG report has found, they are not only costing taxpayers money, but they are also sacrificing on the quality and safety of our highways.
And well, the Bharatmala Pariyojana is one of the government's flagship and most ambitious projects when it comes to roads and highways. We'll take a short break now. News and updates continue on the other side. Welcome back. Well, the big weather concern, flood and rain continues to wreak havoc in Himachal's Mandi and both the hill states, Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh. Landslides have become a big worry. As you can see, these visuals coming in from Himachal Pradesh, there's flooding and waterlogging in several areas. In fact, in Himachal Pradesh, a heavy rain alert has also been sounded for the next few days. In fact, schools and colleges have all been shut for Monday. And key roads have been shut, key highways have been shut because of constant landslides and floods. There you can see visuals of heavy traffic jams, long traffic jams there, several tourists stranded as well. Similar situation prevailing in Uttarakhand as well, where landslides are a big worry. There you can see dramatic rescue operations amid constant landslides. In fact, in Uttarakhand, a rain red alert has been sounded by the Indian Met Department, and similar conditions are likely to prevail in the coming days as well. And well, moving now to a concerning news coming in, is the company that created ChatGPT set to go bankrupt? Well, even though ChatGPT took the world by storm and became a huge talking point, running it is a big challenge. Sakshi Bajaj gets us the details from a study that suggests OpenAI is on the brink of potential financial crisis.
Believe it or not, the company that created ChatGPT may go bankrupt. At a time when mind-blowing AI tools are the hot topic, this AI company may be burning cash quite literally. As per a latest study, OpenAI, the AI studio by Sam Altman, might be on the brink of a potential financial crisis. Analytics India magazine's report says OpenAI may go bankrupt as early as the end of 2024. Interesting to note here that it costs OpenAI about rupees 5.8 crore every day to run just one of the AI services, which is ChatGPT. And despite attempts to monetize ChatGPT, the company is not being able to generate enough revenue to break even at this point. Remember, ChatGPT became the fastest growing app in history after its launch in November 2022. However, after the initial influx of users, the company is seeing a gradual decline in users over recent months. In fact, by July end, the user base of ChatGPT dropped even further. July 2023 witnessed a 12% reduction in the user base compared to June, sliding to 1.5 billion users versus 1.7 billion users just a month earlier. Now, as per this study, API cannibalization is part of the problem. What's that, if you're wondering? Well, as per tech experts, that means most of the companies which were earlier prohibiting their employees from using ChatGPT for work are now allowing them to use the API to leverage the large language model, LLM in other words, in different workflows. Microsoft's $10 billion investment is perhaps the only reason OpenAI is afloat at the moment. The company expects to hit $1 billion annual revenue in 2024, which at the moment seems to be a long shot since losses are only mounting. NDTV spoke to AI and tech experts as well, who admit the financial situation remains grim, but also remain optimistic on the future of AI altogether. Sakshi Bajaj for NDTV.
So it will have huge ramifications on the world of artificial intelligence. But let's leave you with these lovely visuals coming in from the national capital, well ahead of Independence Day. Full dress rehearsals are underway of different armed forces in Delhi. So there you can see how the armed forces are actually preparing for Independence Day. Dress rehearsals underway there of different squadrons of the army. In fact, stringent security arrangements have also been put in place. Patrolling and checking of vehicles have also been intensified. So then India gearing up for Independence Day. Well, that's all that we have on this news bulletin. Goodbye. Thank you.